Okay, guys, what I've done is on the rim of the bushing, I made little, I guess you can call these divots, because when the camshaft sets in here, it goes directly against the face of the bushing. So there's too much friction. So I made these for oil to get in there, and that'll allow oil to circulate around the face of this bushing, so hopefully it won't get stuck again. I cleaned the front of this off with alcohol. Now we're going to blow it out. And yes, I got a rubber-tipped air chuck, man. Or air blowgun, I think these are called. Let's see, where's the hole at? Another one here. Where's that come out at? You know, guys, whatever you do, don't ever buy one of these. Where's that come out at? Right here? Oh, I see where that comes out at. Okay. Comes out of this hole here. I think we're cool. I think we are cool. All right. So I think we got all the dirt out of this guy. Now I'm putting this back on, and I put Loctite on the fastener, so we're going to get that on now. This really doesn't even need polished. I mean, it's already polished to the gills, guys. All right. You know, and that's the reason why I take my time with stuff, because I'll come up with ideas. You know, I've learned that this, you know what, I think this got goddamn gas on it. I've learned in the past to just take your time on something, you know, and sleep over it. And, maybe you come up with a better idea in the morning. That's why I thought to myself, let me make these divots here in the shape of a triangle, allow oil to go on that. Just a little bit more oil. So you say to yourself, well, why didn't the company do that? And I'll tell you why. American companies make something just to work, and that's it. They don't make it to last. They don't make it to work real good like Japanese companies do. They make the parts to just get by. And that's why it didn't come like that. So, and it's just like you don't see there's almost no videos showing how you press these damn bushings in. Matter of fact, even in the owner's manual I have upstairs, there's nothing about pressing that damn bushing in. There is a lot of guys that say, oh, you put it in the freezer and you can pound it in with a mallet. Boy, this thing is so heavy. All right, we're going to leave it like that. There is a couple little scratches in it, which I could take out, but I just don't. I don't feel like it, guys. It's like this little one right here. See that little one right there? I could take that out, but I really don't feel like doing that. Let's check this guy one more time. Let me clean this with some alcohol here. I did buff the end of the camshaft too. I don't think it made a difference. Yeah, I don't think that made a slight difference actually. That fits nice now. All right. All right, guys, I got her in, man. Let me see if I can... We got our two lines lined up. Let me get some light on this, guys. I'm sorry, man. The lighting here is horrible. Now, on your left, that's a reed valve. This right here, that's a reed valve. This does not require timing. On some of the other big dogs and some of the older ones, you'll have a gear here, okay? And you'll have that little dot. There will be a dot on the valve here on a gear that'll have a dot on it. On this one here, that doesn't need lined up, but that dot has to be pointed toward, what would that be, 8 o'clock. So those are lined up. It is in place. I don't think you guys can see back there too well. See how that lock washer is? And then there's also a thrust washer that that lock washer with that tab on it, like with that square head, that goes on first. And then there's a thrust washer that I put on the end of the camshaft. And that goes in there. Sorry about that. Like I said, I think I turned the cam off. I will look real good in there with a flashlight, make sure everything's installed properly and there's no dirt. And before I close it up. But the cam was a little rough to put in. What you have to do is you gotta lift the lifters up with your fingers and inch it in, and the front roller rocker, I had to lift it up with a screwdriver. Well, lifting one of the roller rockers in the back up, and then it just slides right in with no problem. All right, guys. Notice that my pins. Here, get that out of the way. Got a pin up here. Make sure those are in. Get some of that oil out of there. Okay, now we're going to get our gasket dressing on. Oh my God. Boy, this shit smells like glue. Man, I'm getting it on my glass case. And we're going to put it on the back. I'm using the S&S gasket, by the way. We're going to put it on the gasket too. All right. Good fit. I feel sorry for the person going to take this off, guys. And I hope it ain't me. Check my dot there one more time. I think we're cool. Oh, I got my favorite light out. And we're going to do the cover on this too. All right, I think we're done with that. Now I need a little bit of oil around these two boys. Let's see here. You know what? I probably got enough. On my rag. Okay. Reposition you guys here. I know you don't want to see the back of my bald head. Oh. Okay. A piece of my dog here, get that out of there. My spring's in, my reed valve's in. Okay. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. I got my pins in. Camshafts lined up. Reed valve doesn't have to be timed. We got our gasket dressing in back of the gasket, on the housing in back of the gasket, and on the front of the gasket, and on the housing of the cover. I got my my lock washer back there with a thrush washer on. There's nothing inside there, no dirt, so I think we're good. There we go. She goes on real nice. Now the bolts that hold the cover on, there's two of them that have a no-thread neck. Those go here and there. And Bigdog calls for 242 to be on these. So we're going to put some 242 on these boys. A nice call with 242 on them. We're doing the ones with the no-thread collar first. All right, where's my shit? Now the other ones. See, the reason why I shake, guys, is I'm underconfident, man. My grade school traumatized me so severely that it affected my entire life. So anytime I do something, I don't think I'm capable of doing it. I'm extremely underconfident. Even though I have been successful on everything I've done. It's burned, you know, when you grow up like this from a child, it's burned into your brain. And I'll have it forever. All right. Now I gotta find my, hold on guys, I gotta get my socket for these. Now these bolts here are 120 inch-pounds. £120 for these guys here. I don't know how the hell I got oil on this damn socket. You know, I got to buy a 1/4 inch speeder. I have a 3/8 and a half inch, but I need a 1/4 inch. Oh, you bastard. I think I just blew my light out, guys. Yeah, I just blew my light off, man. I hit my light. Yeah, she's done. I killed it. I just killed my light. Oh my God, my back, guys. My back, man, hurts so much. You know, if I'd have to do this again, I wouldn't. Because the back pain I got, boy, it's horrible. Back pain's horrible I have, guys. Because I used to be on a paving crew, and that's where for the city of Pittsburgh. That's where I ruined my back. I used to be one of the guys that dressed up the asphalt after it came out of the paving machine, and they worked you like a horse there. Matter of fact, worse. And I had to go on workman's comp because I hurt my back. And they, you know, I was union, everything, man. They didn't. No one gave a crap. I went to the union. I tried to say, hey, these people are working us like a horse. They don't do nothing for you, brother. All the union did is took my money. That's all they did. Took my money. I was also a 249 Teamster, too. Because I drove a salt truck when I was with the city of Pittsburgh. That's all they do. They just take your money. They don't give a crap. All right, I got to get my torque wrench. All right, guys, I adjusted my 1/4 inch torque wrench to 120 inch-pounds. I'm going to put an extension on it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten these up a little first. Or that one already clicked in place. That clicked in. That clicked in. That clicked in. See how I'm shaking? That's clicked. And I clicked. You know what? I'm going to give it just a little bit more. Thanks to my... I blew out completely now. Oh, here we go. We got light now. I must have did the magic touch to it. We'll make it 125 inch-pounds. All right, you clicked again. Clicky. Clicked. Clicked. Click. And one more got to go to the click. All right. They're all clicked up. I guess we might as well put that on too. That don't even matter. So let's put some 242 on them as well, so we don't lose that. You know, this hole here, there's not even no access to the inside of this. Maybe if this, I don't know if you need to drill that out. But that's basically, it's a fake hole. Man, that stuff come pouring out. All right. Hell, these covers are $100, guys. For these little covers right here, man. They're $100. I'm going to give myself a break after this, guys. I'm not going to do the push rods, man. Oh, of course, that's a different size, right? Why would it give me a break and everything be the same size? Oh, my God. Oh, my God, my back. Oh, my God, does that hurt? All right, where is my... Oh, my God, guys. Pain is horrible, man. Back pain is horrible. Cover went on easy. I hope that bushing never spins around on me. These, I don't think there's a torque setting for these, so I'm going to just, because I don't want to strip these. I'll make them hand tight. All right. So that's that. I'm going to take it off the lift. And maybe I'll jump back on this on the coming Thursday, and we'll finish it up. Okay, now I'm gonna take that off the lift right now, but let me also say this: when I adjust the push rods, I'm putting that back on the lift. Because, first of all, I want to take the tension off of that cam. And secondly, you have to rotate the tire. I might take the rear fender off because it's going to be a little easier. I mean, you don't have to do this, But it's going to be a little easier with the rear fender off to rotate that big Bertha tire in order for my in order to adjust those push rods. So I might do that. And man, I got all my rags over there. And it's like when you put that cam cover back on, you have to have the motorcycle lifted a little. You have to take the tension off that rear tire. You know, because what I had to do to get that cam in is I had, making sure my dots lined up with that, the dot on the pinion. I had to play with the rear tire a little bit. You know, so I think it's just a good idea to have that bike lifted when you put the cam cover on. And naturally, you have to have it lifted when you adjust those push rods. But this is why I take my time, guys. You know, because it gives me time to think about this a little bit. Maybe I'll come up with a little bit of a better idea, like I made those divots on top of the cam, the camshaft cover bushing. That way, oil will circulate on that. Because what happens is your camshaft, this gear here. Here's the old. By the way, in order for me to get the old one off, I had to cut it. Once again, the Dremel came in handy. So, anyway, this goes, it goes all the way back like that, okay? Then your cam is going to do one of those numbers. It's going to turn around. So, if you have those little, what I did is I made 3 divots in the shape of a triangle. So when oil gets in there, oil's going to get in those divots, and it's going to help the oil circulate on the face of this bushing. You know, and it just might stop it from jamming up. Yeah, just look at how that will run. You know what? It got heated up too. Look at that. It's not scratched or nothing. It just looks like it's burned. Because this end here is okay. And my camshaft lobes are all okay too. It's just this here, this is where there's a lot of heat in there apparently. But you got to remember something. Let's say, for instance, you rev the engine up to 4,000 RPM. The end of this is probably going at 12,000 RPM. The RPMs for the end of this camshaft are a lot more. You know, so if that's super tight in there like it was, it's going to spin that guy around, and that's what's going to happen. And eventually it'll you know, now if you're going like 100 miles an hour down the road, you're gonna wind up melting that aluminum in that camshaft cover, and then you're gonna have failure. Your engine's gonna go. I don't know if that's happening in all you guys as Bigdog bikes, man, but you know, it might be a good idea to just take that cam cover off and see if you're cool. You know, that's so this is what I tell people with the motorcycles. Motorcycles have a lot of maintenance. And if you're not prepared to do it, you better have a big wallet. So, all right, guys, the cam's done. All we got to do now is adjust the push rods, and I'm going to do that at a later time because I'm 62 and I'm tired. And I'll be honest with you, I'm getting too old for this.